In today's video, let us look at how to calculate your calories and macros. First and foremost, why should you calculate your calories and macros? It gives you a much deeper understanding about your nutrition. It gives you flexibility of choice to include more foods into your nutrition. And most of all, it allows you to treat your body like a little science experiment. Is counting calories and macros required to lose body weight? Not really. However, you have to be in a caloric deficit over time to eventually lose your body weight. Calculating macros and calories allows you to fine-tune this process, whether you're trying to lose weight or whether you're trying to gain weight or even maintain for that matter. To be honest, I myself started calculating my calories and macros only after I had reached my weight loss goals. I'm going to keep this as simple as possible, but before we get started, please do click the red subscribe button down below if you haven't subscribed already. Let's go. First and foremost, to calculate your calories and macros, you require two basic tools: a weighing scale and an app of your choice. I myself prefer using MyFitnessPal. There are quite a lot of apps available in the market like MyMacros+, Healthify, and so many more. However, for myself, I found this one to be the most user-friendly with the most complete database. Let's have a little bit of an overview on this app. On opening the app, you find a user interface which resembles something of a social media experience. We are going to skip that and we are going to go directly to a settings menu. First and foremost, we are going to the steps tab. And we are going to click don't track steps. This is so that the app does not adjust the calories automatically. You would like to adjust the calories manually yourself. After that, you would like to come to the goals tab. This is where you decide how many calories and what should be your macronutrient partition be. Calories are basically your daily energy expenditure, while macronutrients constitute proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Toward the end of this video, I'll be linking you to another video in which I have gone more in depth into macronutrients and their functions. To make things easy for you, we are going to take an example of a hypothetical individual. Let's say an individual weighing 90 kilograms. For yourself, you could just replace your stats with these individuals and adapt whatever we are doing for this particular individual who weighs 90 kilograms for yourself. First and foremost, you would like to convert his weight in kilograms into weight for pounds for the ease of our calculation. 1 kilogram is equal to 2.2 pounds. So our individual weighs 198 pounds. First and foremost, we would like to come up with how many calories he should expend a day. I have come up with a simple multiplier through my experience, which is of about 15. So we multiply his weight in pounds, 198 into a multiplier which is 15. And we get 2970. This is how many calories you would expect our 90 kilogram individual to require every day to achieve maintenance. That means neither gain weight or lose weight. If you are looking to gain weight, I would advise you to try to maintain at 2970 calories on a daily basis for a period of a couple of weeks. But if you are trying to lose weight, off the bat, I would ask you to go a little bit more conservative on these calories. Reduce these calories by around 15%. 15% of 2970 would be around 450 calories. So you could start off the bat with 2500 calories a day. You will be consuming 2500 calories a day and you will be tracking your body weight. If you are losing weight, that means you are in a caloric deficit. If you are gaining weight and you would like to lose weight, that means you will have to bring your calories down further. If your body weight does not change for a period of 2 weeks, that means you are at maintenance. Now let us look at how to set up your macronutrients. Again, I've got a very simple formula for this. Your body weight in pounds, we multiply by 0.8 to get the amount of proteins you require on a daily basis. So our individual weighing 190 kilograms requires 158 grams of protein. Let's go ahead and plug it into our software. Then we would like to calculate how much fat he should be consuming. Again, I got my own calculation for that. We multiply his body weight in pounds into 0.4, where we get 79 grams of fat. Bear in mind, 1 gram of protein contains 4 kilocalories of energy. 1 gram of carbohydrate contains 4 kilocalories of energy, and 1 gram of fat contains 9 kilocalories of energy. Now the balance calories which are available, we will add to the carbohydrates until we get to a caloric goal of 2500. That is your macronutrients all set up. Your calories are set up. Now all you have to do is track your progress. I will link yet another video at the end of this one where I have gone in depth on how you should be tracking your body weight. From here, if you are trying to lose body weight, I would suggest that you go into at least a 500 kilocalorie deficit. This could be achieved by adjusting the amount of your nutrition consumed, or you could adjust it by increasing your activity levels. If you are looking to gain weight, go in a very small surplus of just about 100 calories and then you adjust from there. You would like to gain weight at a very slow pace while you're training hard at the same time. Let us now see how you can plug in your nutrition into the app. For the sake of an example here, I've got with me a bottle of mustard sauce. For example, I'm going to add this as a snack. And I go and search for, this is from brand Viva mustard sauce. Let's see if we can find it here. There you go. Let's say I consume 10 grams of Viva mustard sauce. And I just add it like so. And it's in. Now I can go to this button here. And I can check what I have consumed so far. I can go in here and see how much I have left for the day. And this will be your macronutrient distribution. Now what do you do if you cannot find your item listed here? Well, here they have a very convenient barcode scanner which works with most products. And there you go. And it's added in. If you still can't find a listing for the product, you can add the product manually. Let me show you how. You go here, you can create a meal or you can create a food. The choice is up to you. We know this mustard sauce brand name is Viva. Description: mustard sauce. Serving size, I usually enter 100 grams. Units. And I always keep the servings as 1. From here we enter the data provided by the manufacturer at the back label of the container. In this case, per 100 grams of mustard sauce, we have got 94.5 calories. So many carbs. 4.24 protein. And 3.82 grams of fat. Once entered, adjust your quantity accordingly. Now essentially that you're tracking your calories and macros, it means that you will be weighing all the food you are ingesting. Your proteins, carbohydrates, fats, your sauces, your alcohol. You will be just plugging it into a software. When you're entering food in your app, you should be as precise as possible. It is all about creating a habit. It is quite difficult to do in the beginning. But as with anything, and over time, it always becomes a habit. So when you're starting out using this app, my advice to you is to keep your food as simple as possible. Over time, it will become such a habit that you will be able to eyeball the food, deconstruct the food, and enter the food in item by item. Remember that you can never be totally, absolutely sure that these are the set amount of calories. It's never set in stone. For example, 2 apples may never be of the same calories. For example, 2 chicken breasts may never have the same calories. They might have a difference in the quantity of sugar they are containing or the quantity of fat they are containing. So these calories at the end of the day are just a ballpark figure. If you would like to start counting your calories and macros and are finding it quite overwhelming in the beginning, I would suggest that you break it up into smaller steps. Start out your first week by adding only proteins. The second week, you start logging the carbohydrates. The third week, you start logging the fats. The fourth week, you start adding all your vegetables. Although they're carbohydrates, you can keep vegetables as a separate category. And then so on and so forth until you gain a skill. And you will gain the skill by practicing over time. Some of the mistakes people make is they do not bother to log in their alcohol and they do not bother to log in their sauces. I generally do not log in dry condiments. I hope this video has made tracking your calories and macros a little bit more simple and it wasn't too taxing. Do click the red subscribe button below if you have not subscribed already. If this video provided you with some value, do click the like button. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until then, signing out, Dr. Rohan Bansal.